Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I've got 3 replays for you in the American Tier 10 heavy tank, the T110E5. So the E5, it's a special tank for me because it's my first, well, it's the first Tier 10 that I ground out for in the game, and yeah, I enjoy it. It's a great tank in my opinion. So before we start, I just wanted to get into what I run on this tank. So equipment wise, I run gun rammer, optics and vents, and on the perks I run born leader, rapid reload, sixth sense, steady aim, snapshot, situational awareness, trap mechanic, clutch braking and off-road driving. So yeah, essentially I just sort of run those perks to improve the mobility of the tank. I mean, it's got good mobility anyway, but yeah, and the gun is absolutely incredible. It actually gave us a reload buff quite a while back, which was interesting, to be fair, because I mean the reload wasn't that bad beforehand, but the buff made it just even better. And yeah, this tank for me is just an absolute all-rounder. It's got good everything: mobility, armor, reload, gun depression, all the gun statistics are good on it. It's it's just, I mean, for a beginner's tank, this is definitely, I mean, the line itself is a fantastic grind, and it's, I believe it's one of the more user friendly and a little bit forgiving, the grind itself, which does help, and then obviously you get this fantastic tank at the end of it, which I do think is one of the more decent tier 10s in the game. Like I say, it's not broken, it's not overpowered, but it's not terrible either. It's just good all round. But yeah, so we're on the first replay here. We're on Pearl River, and we've decided to come to the right hand side. This is sort of where your action point is. So we've taken a big shot already. Unfortunately, we've kind of had a bad start to the game in the sense of we've taken a shot, a big shot of damage, but we've not actually done any damage in return. So yeah, overall the trade has been absolutely terrible for us in the bad start to the game. But anyway, we come around, we see this Leopard 1 here who's just completely aping for absolutely no reason whatsoever, just throwing his tank away here. So I'll happily oblige, and I'll take his hit points, that's fine. So we get our first kill there for the YOLOing Leopard, and yeah, we're going to make our way into the middle now. We can see the right hand side is pretty much collapsed. Kind of noticed that from the offset when we sort of made our way there, so I just figured, you know what, I'm just going to sort of get around the side here. Both sides have lost a couple of tanks already. We are one tank ahead, which is good, but it's still quite tight. So we've come around here and we're sort of expecting the tanks here that have made their way through on this flank to start pushing, and that's exactly what's happened here. The FE 4005 has rushed out. Unfortunately, he's just managed to get to that rock, but I'm half expecting him to poke, and he didn't disappoint. He poked and we managed to get the kill on him. Now we see this ST2 coming up here, and he's not focused on us, so it's going to get shot. Unfortunately, we just hit his tracks there and didn't really do any damage, which was really annoying. These guys are in a platoon as well, so I kind of want to get rid of these guys as soon as possible because they're sort of making their way here. And yeah, and frustratingly, I just keep hitting the track. However, we tracked him in place, and we do have some tanks on our right hand side that are putting some shots in. We get a shot into the chief. I think we tracked him in place as well. Going to go for another shot for his upper plate there because we know we can pen that easily. And yeah, I'm surprised these guys have not pushed me here. Luckily as well, we get our friendly S-Barn behind us for support. The ST2 and the Chieftain get taken out, which just leaves this IS-4, which then gets absolutely obliterated by our S-Barn. We pick up some nice track assist as well. from getting those track shots on that IS4, which is quite nice. Yeah, and we give a good thanks to our friendly S-Bar there for getting the kill on that IS4 and giving us some of the track assists. So we're making our way into the middle now because I'm sort of, was going to go into the middle, but to be fair, I'm sort of making my way to the other side of the middle here, because trying to sort of figure out what my next play is. You can see this Avery's behind us, and there's this IS4 and this TD. I think I was in two minds to sort of go and help, because I was sort of worried that they weren't going to be able to take care of him. However, the Avery gets taken out, and yeah, it just leaves 3 tanks left, and I'm sort of figuring, well, there's nowhere else they can be than over here. We take a shot from the medium tank. We do spot up this object 2685. We're going to pull back in now because we don't want to get shot by the 2685. He can't one-shot us unless he massively high rolled. So yeah, I'm just sort of going to poke here. The S-Barn again sort of helps us out and gets a shot into that guy for the kill. We tracked the KPZ here. We were going for a damage shot, but we caught his track and tracked him. We're poking out, so expected to take some damage, but yeah, I'm not fussed. We can trade the hit points, get a shot into the KPZ, damaging his engine, and putting him onto a one-shot. He gets taken out before we can get the shot off, and now we're going to just go after artillery. We've gone for the HE shells here because obviously we want to maximise the damage potential that we can get. I'm kind of pessimistic in thinking that we're not going to get any damage on the artillery. We've got 4 tanks already over there, so I think by the time I get there he's probably going to be dead, but it's what it is. It's first game is just sort of a little taster of what's to come, and we'll have 2 even more better replays. This was sort of an average game, to be fair, and shout out to our friendly S-Barn there. He had an absolute beast of a game, and really sort of helped us out, so yeah, kudos to him. And yeah, just we picked up just under 3.8k damage. Only got the second class, but like I say, it was quite an average game, to be fair, for the E5. Only 2,118 assists, and we got 2 kills as well. So, like I say, it was a bit of a meh game, but there we go. We'll move on to the second replay. Okay, so we're on the second replay now, and we're on Heilbronn. And yeah, sort of think I'm going to sort of make the play on the right-hand side here, which I usually do. Sort of a ridge up on the right hand side here, where you can sort of play hold down and get shots on any tanks crossing. We've got a friendly light tank that's sort of heading to the left, so that potentially could give us the opportunity to actually spot the tanks up ourselves as well on this right hand side. Z5 does have fairly decent view range for a heavy tank, so we've got a bit of vision that we can potentially spot up tanks with. Now, Tiger Shark is sort of going rushing in, so yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to light some stuff up or not, but we see this T57 heavy doing the cross here, so we're going to get a shot into him. Going to try and see if we can squeeze in a second, but unfortunately he just gets into cover before we do. I think we've got a Brask on the right hand side here that's lighting these tanks up, which is handy. Try and get a shot into that T55A there, but unfortunately I think we just shot a bit too high and bounced the turret. However, this IS-2-2 just sits out in front of us and lets us get a shot into the side. Get a shot into that Tiger 2 as well. We do get tracked though, so we just have to pop back in. Probably overexposing a little bit too much there, but now we've sort of learnt a lesson after that track shot, and we're just sort of keeping our gun down as much as possible. We do get tracked again though, unfortunately, and we see it's the Jaeger that's looking at us, but luckily we managed to fix our track in time. Part of the reason why I run track assist, because obviously when you're sort of playing ridge lines like this, it is it's more than likely you're going to get trapped in situations like this. So the quicker you can sort of repair your track, the better. We loaded heat for the Jaeger, but we weren't able to sort of get any shots in. We're trying to shoot his superstructure there, get tracked again. We did manage to get a shot into the progetto, and we get another shot into the progetto there, and we've gone back to the AP round, so I don't want to keep sort of trying, you know, I'm not going to spam heat to the side of this progetto. I tried getting a shot in there, but unfortunately that was just a bit rushed, and it ended up missing him. Just poking up there, just waiting to see what opportunities sort of present themselves. Someone shoots us in our gun and breaks our gun, unfortunately. We're already down 3 tanks here, unfortunately, but map control doesn't seem to be too bad. We've got a tank on the left-hand side, which is kind of anchoring, so we're not too worried about tanks sort of getting around, you know, on our left and getting behind us. We've got plenty of tanks behind us as well, so if anybody decided to sort of push over, it's more than likely they're going to get absolutely, they're going to get cleared out by the guys camping the back. Now I'm moving around to the left hand side here because I've kind of felt like the right hand side has just sort of exhausted itself now, with damage and opportunities. The tank gets taken out on our left hand side, but I'm half wondering that there could be stuff at the back. You know, we see the heavy advance in there, which kind of gives me an indication, well, there's nothing that's going to get shots into us. So this is sort of where I'm thinking, if I can make the play round this side, I'm not going to get shot from TDs where that heavy tank is. So all I've just got to be careful of is obviously getting shot from the hill there, which I do. But, you know, we only took 1 shot, which is absolutely fine, from this SU-122-54. And yeah, and you know, we're going to sort of take the opportunity to get some shots in. We dodged a shell from him, and we get 2 into him, so it's not too much of a bad trade. But now we see this Jaegeru, and our friendly heavy tank, our S-Conk, is there, and I think he's getting pushed upon by the Jaegeru, and I'm kind of thinking, oh Christ, I kind of got to do something, because otherwise the Jaegeru's sort of going to get round, get shots in. So it's got this IS-3-2 there as well, so yeah, we're in a bit of a sticky situation here. Jaeger is now turning his attention to us. We get we should have been dead there. We get so lucky. Well, to be fair, he wouldn't have killed us, but yeah, that would have been all our hit points gone if he'd penned that, but somehow he managed to juke the shot, and he just shoots our track. Now we've got round the back on his side, and it's good night Vienna. The Jaeger is down, and yeah, we were very lucky in that engagement there. Kind of put ourselves in a tricky situation there where we possibly, or maybe could have avoided it, but kind of wanted the damage, and I just wanted to be a bit ballsy, and we got away with it, I guess. On a more unlucky day, that would have penned, and I would have possibly died. But now we were sort of making the play, made the play out in the open a little bit there, but we sort of hesitated because T57 is sitting on the ridge end. We don't want to get sort of clipped out by that guy. I know there's something back there, but I'm also sort of itching to sort of get over and try and get more damage in. But you can see there's a lot of shots coming from that hill there, and we have to kind of be careful to, yeah, we don't want to sort of just YOLO out in the open and just lose all our hit points. So I've decided to make my way round to the left here, and I think I'm not really sure what my plan was here, possibly sort of get underneath the hill and then sort of try and sneak round that way. There's an S-Barn and the SU I think is up here still. The SU's just been taken out. The S-Barn is sort of back into cover and doesn't have any shots on us, so I've decided to go in and I'm going to try and get shots onto this heavy tank. He's a one shot for us, and yeah, we managed to get the kill shot on him, only picking up a little bit of damage, but that gives us our second kill of the game anyway. And yeah, now we're just going to sort of move on to the tanks that are left, just try and see if we can get a little bit more damage out this game before the video comes to an end. I was half tempted to go around to the left, but now we see this T57 heavy gets a shot into us, gets another shot, just tracks us again, and bounces the last shot, gets taken out by the Object 268. We pick up a little bit of assist there, and we did manage to get a shot into him, which was nice. And now there's just this this enemy S-bar on left, who gets taken up by a Stern Tiger and brings an end to the second replay. So we pick up the win there, and we come top of the board, just under 5.8k damage, got just under 1600 assists, under 5k blocked as well. Pick up the first class there. We had a couple of kills as well in that game, and yeah, that was a nice decent game in in the E5 on Armour there. So third replay and final replay, we're on Serene Coast now, and yeah, we are going to go to the left hand side this time. Usually I would probably play the other side, just because obviously we can play the ridge. Yeah, I mean this tank is what you class, or what you call a heavy, so you can play it as a heavy tank and a medium tank. Has the mobility like a medium tank, and it's quite agile in that aspect. But with 2 artillery in the game, I kind of had this feeling if I played the right hand side, I was just going to be a sitting duck for artillery, and I really just, I hate it when arty goes to me, and I think sometimes there's positions that I would play that I just avoid if I see 2 artillery in the game. If it was just 1, then I probably would have played it, but with 2, I just didn't want to take the risk, and I felt like the left hand side here, you could have, there was a bit more cover, a bit more ridges and rocks you could get behind to cover yourself. So we spotted a tank on the cross there, and we were trying to get shots on the TD that was camped in the back. It's very unlikely we're going to get any shots off without taking any damage in return, and I don't want to sort of spare any hit points at this moment in time. So decided to just sort of push around the left a little bit more. We've got this M46, now we've got the Super Conqueror here, and yeah, he's just fired, so we're going to get a shot, we're going to try and track him in place, which we do. He repairs his track. Obviously we're just sort of being a bit careful. We've got artillery supporting us as well, which is great. We can see a tank in the back there. We did pop an RBRT there just because I didn't want to hang around and aim and then sort of lose hit points. Get a shot into that Supercon, and we damage his Armour as well, which is great. He gets hit by artillery with him, we track him in place, and he gets slapped again by artillery. And lo and behold, the kill shot bounces. Love to see it. Trying to get a shot there, we're trying to see if we could get the shot into the side, but then he turns his turret and unfortunately blocks our shot. We're just being patient here, just going to try and see. He's then just sort of fired and missed, but I'm struggling here, Then we get lag, which is always handy. Right when you're trying to kill a tank, lag kicks in, it's always fun. So yeah, this is not really an ideal situation. However, we do get a kill shot on the medium tank that was sitting on the back there. So that's the result. This M46 pokes up here, we get a shot into him. The S-Con gets taken out finally by our Wizzy 132. And yeah, there's a whole host of tanks over here that we can just sort of have fun with. You can see this, it's an MBT, yeah, MBT is getting distracted, he's YOLOing something else, he's not focused on us. It's a one shot anyway, and he gets taken out by our Tortoise. And yeah, we've kind of cleared the side a little bit, so I'm going to sort of move up, and being a little bit coy just because there's always TDs sat at the back here. And we can see this Italian TD that's sat at the back. We're getting focused by artillery now, so we have to kind of keep moving. We can't really stop. However, we do get hit by artillery there, who damages our Armour and tracks us, but we repair the Armour and the tracks, and we make move. And we're desperately trying to get into cover because I don't want to get hit by artillery like what's happening now. We're just constantly getting bombarded by artillery, and it's not fun. I guess we've avoided it for quite a while in this game, so I can't really complain. Now we've got this T95, and luckily he's being distracted, so we can just move on and try and get into cover. However, there are enemy tanks at our base. We're 2 tanks down here, So I've got that in the back of my mind as well. And yeah, it's a bit of a frantic game. Get a nice shot on that tank there, and we closed them down. That was a really good shot there. Yeah, we needed that because again, we hate having light tanks alive on the end game. We're trying to see if we can take out that T95, which is again another difficult tank to deal with because of its armour. But he was giving us his side so we could get some shots in. The game is sort of really becoming quite fast paced. We've still got artillery focusing us. But now we sort of get into the rocks and we get into cover. And we swung this game a little bit around now. You know, this ISM just comes out of nowhere. We duke his shot and manage to block him, and now we can just sort of get shots in. I've loaded the heat because the ISM does have quite trolly armour, and I didn't want to sort of go bouncing. Trying to shoot his cupola, unfortunately, I don't know if we hit his gun or if we missed or what happened, but we didn't manage to pen, but we do that time. Put him down to a one shot now, and luckily our friendly light tank manages to finish him off. There's only 4 tanks remaining. We're still getting targeted by artillery, and I'm sort of thinking they must be over here in the usual spot, you know, right in front of us on K3, K4 area. They're going to be sitting just beyond this ridge here. I know they are. That's always where artillery plays. So kind of expecting to light up artillery in any point now. And across the ridge here. But still no sign of them, so I don't know if they've moved on, if they've sort of pushed round to the left flank here. There's a heavy tank sort of near our base where the majority of our team are now dealing with, and there's just us and this and our friendly heavy tank here. Now we did spot the GWE-100. We've swapped immediately to the HE because we wanted to maximise our damage. However, he gets shot by our artillery and also a heavy tank. We slid off there and take full damage because obviously, which is really frustrating, but yeah, there's only 2 tanks left and we're pretty confident we should be able to finish these up. Just need to try and find the second enemy artillery. Doesn't seem to be over here, so I can only hazard a guess that he's sort of moved up around here. I think it's the tier 9 French artillery or tier 10, which is got really good mobility. So you know, he could be anywhere on the map, to be fair. He can quickly get out, but with how the map control is, I'm pretty sure, you know, even if he was trying to run, he's going to get lit up at some point now. So yeah, he's kind of screwed really. He doesn't really have anywhere to go. We're just hunting him down this left hand side because we figure that's where he's going to be. And yeah, so hopefully we can find him soon enough, shut him down and bring it into the replay. But we're closing in, and I think at this moment I just have no idea. But then our 6th sense goes off, and there he is. He's right in front of us, and yeah, gets taken out by our friendly T92. And then brings an end to the video. So yeah, we pick up the win there, and we come top of the board with 3 kills, just over 6k damage and 2,200 assists, bringing us the ace tanker and the high caliber medal. And yeah, real sort of quite nice fast paced game there. So yeah, that is it guys for the E5. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.